What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means another day in the market watch. So without further ado, let's get into the video, talk about everything that's getting searched up, everything that's getting bought, things you might want to flip, something that you might want to buy. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. Whee! So we got Boutmon Digimon promotional cards, DP promo. So this thing is starting to show some small movements with the new Kazuchimon that got revealed yesterday. So not surprised here. It's going to show some sort of movement as well. Just probably one of the better backups that you're going to be possibly playing, which is not terrible. Boutmon is a very powerful card. Just being able to warp in, for each security trash by this fact to reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. This will always activate your Kazuchimon's innate abilities. So it's really solid that way. But it's up to you how you want to play it. This might be a 2 of, maybe a 3 of splash. Depends on how you want to play the deck. It really comes down to that. I think it's not going to be more than that. But Europe side looking like €5 to our €8 mark right now. And I expect this to probably keep climbing. Foiled wise though, looking like €6 to €8. So going down though. Jellymon X record. Jellymon's been being searched up a little bit, and a little bit of the movement has been just related to this card alone. Showing a little bump up. It's 31 cents. It's nothing too scary or panic to the hills kind of situation, but Jellymon might see some competitive play probably in blue hybrid shenanigans later down in the road, just because when you play a blue tamer, draw a card. I think maybe once we get closer to BT 18, where we get the new blue hybrid shenanigans that isn't just the ancient support, then it's just more hybrid support. I expect Jellymon to possibly go up, just because if there isn't another decent Digi free draw kind of shenanigans, this is probably decent. Europe side looking like 2 cents as well, paired to our 13 cents, which isn't 30 cents is not terrible. Leopardmon Alternards being bought. A few were bought in the last couple days, so yeah, someone just maxing out their deck, either Royal Knight theme or they're just buying Leopardmon Alternards. We're sitting at a whopping 23. Europe side Gonzo for its ulti for Leopardmon BT13, 24 to 33. Got enough on the low end, but it could easily swing into gone territory. Leopardmon X antibody from Animal Coliseum, showing a little bit of a bump. Just some sales here and there, just 90 cents, dollars, 50 cents. You have it. Probably hold off on selling this right now. Just wait for it to go out of stock. In my opinion, there's nothing that's crazy screaming Leopardmon X antibody is like the next best deck. It's a good tier 2 deck, and it's gonna do what it wants to do. Europe side looking like €4 to €5. Wow, guys, you guys have it rough. Lugamon Blast Ace BT14, $5. Well, again, this is probably gonna be your last chance at getting this probably for cheap before everybody and their mom's gonna go like, Lugamon's got it's level 7 and it's broken. If it's broken, this is going to get bought out. So this is just a ticking time bomb. Warning now, just get your Lugamons as the final days are counting down, because we will see on Friday, once that drops, you're going to see this thing spike. Europe side looking like €4.50 to €5 to 6. So they're showing some downwards climb, but people have been buying it earlier. So I expect more of these 4 of copies, 2 of copies probably be bought once the reveal is shown off. Chaosdramon Dragonic Roar EX03 starting to cool off, which is good to see. Coming down, we're down into the $7 range, which isn't terrible. Could be a lot worse, but let's hope it keeps falling down a little bit. I don't think it's going to be the end-all be-all deck. Europe side looking like €10 to 13s. Yeah, you guys are up by $3 paired to us. Crazy, but Chaosdramon, Mashitramon's a good deck, don't get me wrong. It requires a good pilot behind it. It punishes you for making bad plays. Metal Garurumon Exceed Apocalypse BT15, holding strong in the $11 to $12 range, which isn't terrible. Could be a lot worse. Europe side looking like 17s to 19s, holding strong. Yeah, there's at least a $5, $6 difference between us right now, and I think this is just going to be a consistent until something with Metal Garurumon gets announced that you really need to play it. Mumsdaemon Resurgent Booster, Avatar, holding strong actually in the 15s. This is just going to be where it sits. There's nothing you can change about this. It was one of those things that either you got it when you did, or else you are not expecting to pay anything cheap. Europe side looking like 17s to 18s to 19s. Oof. Gabumon from Exceed, BT 15, finally cooling off back into closer to its original pricing. So we're $3 away from that, but we got like $7.74, like $8. But it's good to see it come down. It's trying to show a small little bump back up, and people are buying it. So yeah, that's just what's happening with the Gabumon Europe side though, looking like €6 to €8 pretty quickly. Not many in the dual listings that you can get from one seller. So yeah, that's not helping. Angewomon Ace Alternate from Exceed Apocalypse, $40.80. And it's holding strong in this range. This is the lowest it's going to be, but verified sellers wide, it's 43s. I'm not surprised here. Angewomon has the waifu tax on her. It's a great art. I love the art actually. Europe side looking like €37, 37 euros 95 cents, you know, 38 euros, then goes to 39s pretty quickly, then to 40s. Not many listings. You guys have a little more struggle on the alties. Magnamon New Awakening BT08 just keeps climbing. We're looking at close to 14s, 15 cuts. You know, earlier it was sitting at like 8s earlier this last week, but now it's in the 12s, and it's going to keep climbing, especially as we get closer and closer to BT 17. No, yeah, BT 60. As we get closer and closer to that, this card is just going to keep going. Europe side looking like €6 to €10 to €11. GG's, good luck. Shine Greymon Ruin Mode alternate art. Alternate being EX04, $90 and climbing. Yeah, don't expect this to come down anytime soon. It is one of the best answer cards that, oh man, it's not a game finisher. This thing is a game answer. This thing, if your opponent only had a rookie and raising at the start of their turn, at the end of your turn, you know what? Romo just says that rookie stays, because they're not going to promote it up. They're going to lose it. That is the big problem with this card, is that it stops your opponent from doing things. Not one turn, but 2 turns in a row. Even at champion, it's not going to promote up. They need to be on ultimate by the time they know ruin mode's coming down. And 9 out of 10 times, they are not ready for that. They are not ready for ruin mode to ruin their day. So just keep that in mind. Excuse me. Even on the Europe side, they're at €94 to €105 to €120. Analog Youth Classic Collection EX01. Bumping up again. So as I mentioned this before, if you guys really need analog youths, you buy a box of Classic Collection, you get 2 of them. That gives you more value in it, because you can pull a Machine Dramon, you can pull two alternate arts anyway. So stuff like that makes you money on top of the cost of your analog youth. So spend the $20, get yourself 2 boxes, spend $40, get yourself, 2 boxes, and you get your 4 analog youths. I think that's a better investment in the long term. So get Classic Collection is probably more of a better investment, because then you also get a shot at its alternate art as well. So yeah, that's an option for you. Europe side looking like €3 to €4. You guys are catching up pretty quickly. Same thing. Your Classic Collection though, I would not invest into. If I remember correctly, your Classic Collection is a whopping full price still. For us, it's like $30. You guys are like 60 if I remember correctly. No, you guys are in 20s. Cool. You actually are finally low end. Yeah, I would pick up at box prices unless shipping kills you, but yeah, pick up on a box. Patamon Alternate Blastace, 10 listings left, and it's showing some movement again. I mean, Yellow Vaccine is just really powerful. We get more support as it goes on. So yeah, Europe side looking like €34, €40, and the fact that we do have EX support, that's going to really make this deck go crazy. X Antibody, X Record, BT09, $5, and holding strong. This is a card you probably want to flip. If you have it, it's just people are going to buy it. This card is unload it, get rid of it. Europe side looking like €2.30, €2.50, €3. Showing some movement up climb though, but plenty of listings for yourself. You cap out at 12s. Oof. Next Adventure Booster Box. So this is what I'm going to make a recommendation for, because we know that BT7 is going to correspond with BT18. You're going to need the hybrid stuff. So might be worth it to start picking up some Next Adventure boxes to get yourself ready for those future reveals. Next Adventure boxes are going to have some decent support in it for all your hybrid shenanigans. So if we take a look at it right now, even just the Dorumon in the box itself is worth some money. Lucamon Chaos Mode is definitely worth a pickup there. You know, once they start showing off Lucamon, this thing's going to go up. You know, the tamers, the box toppers, there's all decent money across the board here. So I expect this to go up more and more. So it might be worth picking up boxes now, especially since the listings are, the box is so cheap. A Europe side looking like 35 euros to 38 euros. Same thing. I would pick up boxes now just to get yourself ready for BT18. Digital Hazard Booster. Look at what happens when there's not many listings and the set has some good value in it. You know, when there's good value in it, boxes stay expensive. You know, we're looking at Calamons at 23s, Viximons at 16s, Rikas at 20s, Crimson Modes at 25, Beelzemons at 7, you know, 13s, you know, 13, 13, 19, 8s, you know, stuff like this isn't something to laugh or scoff at. There's so much potential in the box that has so much value, especially because you get 3 ulti arts. Europe side looking like 43s to 45s. I would start picking this up and start flipping and making some cash off of that. Morphomon promo, 3rd anniversary. We're looking at $12 and going down a little bit, which isn't bad. I like it a lot. I expect this to cool off because Yosumon's probably not doing anything extremely competitive this coming formats. So even BT17 didn't break the deck. A Europe side looking like 14s to 20s. I expect it to come down. Double Typhoon Adventure finally coming down. People are still paying 60. Don't pay that. We're in the $50 range. I expect this after the month ends, expect this to come down to probably 30 range. Then I would pick it at 30. Europe side 100, 150, 195 euros. GG's, good luck with that, people. Death X Ultimate. I'm leaving that in because you enjoy when I screw up because you make memes out of it. Death X, Mon, Alternate Art, X Record, BT09. We're looking like $90 and on buyout only 8 listings. This thing's almost at $100 and willing to stay back at 100. The LMN2 stuff needs to come out soon. This reprint is needed. Excuse me. I did not give you permission to do that. Europe side, you guys have plenty though on the low end. 62, 63, 64, 70s. If you guys got the Facebook marketplaces and you're willing to ship international, might be willing to, people will probably pick this up if you bump it up to maybe like 80 euro worth. That's equal to like $80 our price, and you'll move it pretty quickly. So stuff like that is something to keep in mind. Doraemon Alternate Art Next Adventure BT07, you know, 44 euro, $44.69, so $45 a piece. I'm not paying that price. I got one. I'm almost convincing myself just to flip the one. Europe side 27 euros, 30 euros, 35 euros, and going up. Impmon Digimon 3-on-3 November 2023 top 4 card. Buyout is basically here. No listings left. Crazy, but yeah, 142. Good luck on that. Europe side 119, 130. Good luck on that. Kazushimon Alternate Art Next Adventure BT07. Another card from BT07 that makes the box worth picking up because there is Kazushimon support. This I expect to only be like a 2 of copy, not a 4 of. I think the backup that is in BT16 plus the BT17 stuff is going to make the deck really strong, and as long as the level 7 is generic enough to be Fenrimon is supported that way, that it just makes it so you can just splash it in Kazuchi and Fenry, it's going to be really good. So definitely the level 7 is going to make or break that deck. But I expect this to be maybe a 2 of, maybe a 1 of in the deck. I don't expect this to be expensive. Europe side looking like 6 euros, 7 euros, 8 euros. Pulsemon Alternate Art Double Diamond BT06 looking like $8 card in climbing. People are picking it up occasionally here and there. Support was shown off, so somebody bought 3 when they could get it from one seller. It's up to you how you want to go about it. Europe side looking like 3 euros 45 cents to 4 euros. Terramon Digimon Liberational Promotional Pack. We talked about this the other day, but just cooling back down is what we're gonna call it. Probably should have picked it up at the 6s, but yeah, $36 now. GG's, good luck, but don't invest into it. Nothing on this card there. They didn't get any. Angelwomon Dimensional Phase BT11 cooling off. We're now back into the down to $4 range. Yes, well, it's $5 with shipping. Yeah. Angelwomon Europe side looking like 4 euros 30 cents, 4 euros 50 cents, 5 euros, and going up. Davis Promo Tamer Party Pack version, $14 and climbing. Well, not many listings sold. It's kind of just capped here, but last sell was like 10. So yeah, keep that in mind. There is the cheap one, so if you guys don't have the foily, expect to play the cheaper. Europe side looking like €4 to €5. Crazy. Belphegor sleep mode. Last solds were 60s. So if you get these consistently enough, you can make some decent profits. $60 is nothing to scoff at. Europe side looking like 28, 30, €40. King Drazel is getting bought. 9 listings left, and it's already getting close to 24s. And this is basically, there's only a small wall here for 25, goes up to 30s, and then can be bought out very instantaneously. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye out on it. If you have King Drazels, it's a good time to sit and wait and then flip it when it's extremely high. Europe side looking like €14.50, €16, €18. Don't know why King Drazels is going up personally, but maybe people are excited for Royal Knight stuff. Paildramon, Box Topper, Dragonic War, EX05. We're looking at $8. And buyout status right here. Somebody could come clean house real quick. Europe side looking like €1.45, €2. This would take way too long for somebody to clear house. Koji. Next adventure, Box Topper. Going up, we're looking at $10 a pop. I'm not surprised here. New support, kind of next wave is going to have another wave of support, and boom, this is going to be expensive. This is such an older card that it's going to get harder and harder for people to get their hands on, so expect this to come up. Europe side looking like 40 cents, 80 cents, 98 cents. Somebody could easily on the Europe side pick up a bunch of this. I know that it's France right now, but it might be worth picking it up at 12 at that low end. Might pay a little bit more, but when Koji starts moving like a crazy person, you'll be ready. Zoe, same things happening here. We're looking at $4 a pop. Just keep this on your radar. I expect her to climb up more and more once we get more and more hybrid support shown off, especially for Zoe. Zoe Yellow Hybrid was one of the most dominant decks in BT7's format next to Blue Hybrid, and that is something to be scared about. Europe side looking like €1.30, €1.50. And then you have JP Box Topper as well, BT7. This is starting to go up as well. Just recommendation, pick these up. Get ready to flip them if you need to, but good luck. Europe side looking like 15 cents, 50 cents. Nothing too scary for the Box Topper, but it's just something to keep on your radar. This is why I mentioned earlier in the video that BT7 will be definitely worth something, and at its low price, it's worth picking it up and thinking about it. But all in all, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the Market Watch. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.